You know that feeling when you're surrounded by people, laughter is everywhere, conversations are flowing, and you're smiling too. But deep inside, you feel distant, like you're watching everything from behind an invisible wall, like you're there, but not really there. If you've ever felt that, then this video is for you, because what you're feeling is not random, and it's definitely not a flaw. There are people in this world who don't just live life on the surface. They feel deeply, they think deeply, they question everything, and because of that, they often feel out of place. Not because they don't belong, but because they were never meant to be ordinary. For years, maybe even your whole life, you've been trying to understand yourself. Why do I feel this way? Why can't I just be like everyone else? But what if I told you there's nothing wrong with you? What if the real problem is you've been trying to fit into a world that doesn't understand your depth? Let's start with something simple.
Small talk.
For most people, it's easy, effortless, automatic. They can talk about anything, weather, daily routine, random topics, and feel completely fine. But for you, it feels draining, not just boring, but mentally exhausting, because your mind doesn't stay on the surface. When someone asks how you are, you don't want to say I'm fine. You want to say something real, something meaningful, something honest, but you don't, because you've learned something over time. Most people aren't ready for depth. So you shrink your thoughts, you simplify your words, and slowly you start feeling alone in rooms full of people. Now let's talk about something deeper, your relationship with being alone. Most people are afraid of it. They avoid silence. They need constant distraction. But you need solitude. Not because you hate people, but because it's the only place you feel fully yourself. When you're alone, your thoughts settle. Your mind breathes. Your emotions make sense. But here's the part people don't understand. You can be in a crowd and feel completely disconnected, and then sit alone and feel more alive than ever. That's not loneliness. That's clarity. You're not escaping people. You're reconnecting with yourself. Your mind works differently. You don't accept things at face value. You question everything, why people behave the way they do, why society works the way it does, why certain things feel wrong even when everyone accepts them, and sometimes you replay moments over and over again, not because you're weak, but because your mind is searching for truth. People call it overthinking, but it's not. It's awareness. Your brain doesn't stop at the first answer. It keeps going until it finds something deeper. Inside your mind, there's another world, a quiet, powerful world where you imagine conversations. It's explore ideas, create scenarios. You can spend hours thinking and not even realize how much time has passed. To others, it looks like you're quiet, but inside, you're active, focused, engaged. That inner world, that's where your creativity lives. That's where your uniqueness comes from. And then comes the hardest truth. You've never fully fit in. You can connect with people. You can adapt. You can be part of any group. But deep down, there's always a feeling that you're different, that you see life from another angle. For a long time, you thought that was a problem. You tried to change, to simplify yourself, to become easier for others to understand. But no matter how hard you tried, it never felt right. Because the problem was never you. The problem was pretending to be someone else. At some point, something changes. You start to realize your depth is not a weakness. It's a strength. Your sensitivity is not a flaw. It's awareness. Your questions are not confusion, they're intelligence. The things you once tried to hide, are actually the things that make you powerful. So stop trying to be like everyone else. Stop apologizing for how deeply you think, how strongly you feel, how differently you see the world, because you're not broken. You never were. You were just trying to fit into a world that doesn't always understand depth. And maybe you were never meant to fit in. Maybe you were meant to stand out. If this video felt personal, comment below. Which part hit you the most? And if you know someone who feels this way, send this to them. Because sometimes, the most powerful thing you can give someone is the feeling that they're not alone.